I recently dived into the book Peak: How to Master Almost Anything by Ericsson and Robert Poole. Ericsson is the guy behind the 10,000 hours to mastery idea. But surprise, the 10,000-hour rule isn't really a rule at all. Just mindlessly doing something for hours won't guarantee improvement. Anders suggests that simply putting in the time doesn't make you better. He points out that doctors who've been at it for 20 years aren't necessarily better than those with 5 years of practice, especially if they think they're good enough and switch to autopilot. In fact, those on autopilot perform worse without deliberate practice. Why? Because deliberate practice is key. It pushes you out of your comfort zone and forces you to create mental representations, the images, words, and feelings that experts use to navigate complex situations in their fields. Expert performers, like grandmaster chess players, can play entire games blindfolded, visualizing every move. Masters achieve mastery because they develop effective mental representations, allowing them to recreate experiences in their minds, predict sequences of events, and simplify complex information. These mental representations are the real game changer between novices and experts, according to Ericsson. Now, what's this deliberate practice? It's the secret sauce that forces us to create these sophisticated mental representations. Anderson listed an undergraduate student, Steve, from Carnegie Mellon University for a unique experiment. Steve would visit Anders' office multiple times a week, spending an hour each session listening to and then reciting random strings of digits using only his working memory. A nurse would adjust the difficulty level based on Steve's performance, adding a digit if he got it right, removing 2 digits if he made a mistake. This way, Steve always operated on the edge of his memory capacity. Initially, Steve could reliably recall 7 digits, in line with the known capacity of human short-term memory. But the interesting part came when Steve aimed to surpass this limit. Session after session, he would hit a wall of frustration, struggling to recall more than 7 digits. However, driven by the experiment, he returned each week, determined to improve. One day, everything clicked for Steve. After weeks of hitting a perceived limit, he suddenly recited 8, then 9, 10, and finally squeaked out 11 digits by the end of the session. This pattern of hitting a perceived limit, facing prolonged frustration, and then experiencing a breakthrough repeated itself at various points, 22 digits, 34 digits, and beyond. Steve's progress was made possible by what Anders later termed the 4 components of purposeful practice. First, he had a clear and specific goal, to increase the number of digits he could recall. Second, his practice sessions were intense and focused, with an undistracted hour solely dedicated to remembering digits. Third, immediate and straightforward feedback was crucial. He either got it right or didn't. Lastly, Steve consistently operated on the edge of his abilities, being pushed outside his comfort zone and making mistakes. Over 200 sessions, Steve surpassed expectations, recalling an impressive 82 digits, 75 more than considered possible at the time. The structured and purposeful approach forced Steve's mind to come up with creative mental representations, showcasing the power of deliberate practice. The focused attention and consistent discomfort in Steve's practice sessions conditioned his mind to seek creative insights. The discomfort acted as a catalyst for his mind to find innovative solutions. Steve creatively visualized numbers attached to tree branches, forming a mental representation that simplified the incoming information. This breakthrough came from frustration, pushing him to develop a unique way of seeing numbers. At 7 digits, Steve found a technique to group 4 digits as a single unit. At 22 digits, he mentally grouped 6 digits as a single unit. This revealed that his limits were more about technique than effort. Following the success with Steve, Anders initiated another experiment with Dario, having Steve teach him his digit encoding method. With this head start, Dario improved rapidly, reaching 20 digits in a few sessions. Beyond that, Dario had to develop his own techniques, eventually recalling an impressive 100 digits in short-term memory. Ericsson identifies a formula for deliberate practice, purposeful practice methods coupled with expert coaching. This combination forms the ideal recipe for improvement. If you find yourself putting in hours without seeing progress, the key is to turn your time into deliberate practice sessions, akin to Steve's experience. Push yourself to discover new mental representations because merely doing something doesn't guarantee improvement. Mastery isn't just about accumulating hours, it's about 10,000 hours of deliberate practice. According to Ericsson, the right kind of practice over a significant period is the true path to improvement. This core message from Peak, written by the leading expert on peak performance, emphasizes the importance of deliberate practice. If you liked this video, then do drop a like and subscribe to my channel for more such amazing videos. Thanks for watching.